It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
I don't have one. Welcome. We're a little late because some extra activity was going on around us.
I've had a nice chance to talk to Kerri. It was lovely to sit
Who?
and have a chit chat. Coach Kerri.
Coach Kerri. I remember. I remember.
You know
Coach
that
Kerri
woman
one
that's
time.
saving your life? That one?
I remember that one time about 6 months ago. I remember seeing her. Oh, it's her. Hold your mic up. Huh?
Anyway, happy Friday, everyone. Happy, Memorial Day weekend. I think we've exhausted the crew. If you look around, look how Jalen's like, what? Everyone's a little tired. What'd you do to them this week?
They're upset with me because I announced that I probably will not open on Tuesday. I open on Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I'm going to go away and I don't get back till Tuesday.
Where are you going?
That's to be remain. I don't know yet. I may even go to Tampa. I don't know yet.
So when you go away,
Oh, here it comes.
when you go away,
Here it comes.
I'm going to, what, close? No. We got work to do. Ain't no time to close, sunshine.
You ain't here, so don't worry about it.
But when you're not here, it's okay to close?
When you're not here, you could do whatever you want when I'm not here.
Oh, interesting.
But I think, because Memorial Day is Monday,
Yeah.
and you know what's going to happen to this crew? They're going to be all the plus ones in the
Wow,
place.
yik yak.
They're going to be hanging out. Don't you guys go out on Monday? You go to the beach.
They're not
hot
doing
dog.
anything.
You'll be doing something. So do you actually feel like coming to work on Tuesday? Number one day of the year that people don't show up, the Super Bowl the day after, Memorial Day the day after.
Wow.
So you think everybody's going to call in sick?
Apparently
I'm not
Freddie
calling
is.
sick. I'm calling in sick. I don't listen. I can open and give them the key. I got no problem with that. And then they could do their own show and the whole nine. You want to do that? No. You see? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Blow some smoke
He's
somewhere
just,
else.
what's it called? Wimping out on us? I don't know.
Wimping out.
Wimping out.
Hey, listen. First of all, I'm older than you, so don't say that.
Wimping
Not
out.
wimping. I've been through more war zones than you have.
Wimping out. Wow.
I can hear the winds over here.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna let Giovanni decide.
Yeah.
Because Giovanni is the only one that gave me the nod. He went like this. I understand. See, he understands me.
Mm.
No?
Wow.
All right, so Monday is the first day
Wow.
of summer. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know.
No, he's not.
You didn't know that?
No. I'm just counting down the days of when high school is done. So then my son's home full time.
Okay, well, Monday is the first day of summer. Did you know that Monday is the first day of summer? See, and she's from Canada.
Know what that means?
Well, you know what I mean. You lived in Canada.
You can officially wear your white pants and your white boat shoes.
Is
With
that
your
what
white
that
socks.
means?
Yes, you can
Oh,
now
man.
officially.
I bought a pair of white socks. Very white.
We have to see if they go with water shoes or if they do not.
What's wrong with my water shoes?
Your boat shoes? Your boat shoes?
Why can't I wear my socks with my boat shoes?
You gonna wear
I wear
shorts?
to my ankles, the socks.
No,
With
no.
the boat shoes.
Can't
Why?
do that. Because I am here to help you not age to
I'm
that
sorry.
degree.
I'm sorry. You're not here.
I'm here to help you not age to that degree. So you guys hear this when he is not here.
Listen to me
No
very
holding back.
carefully. My coordinator's over there. Mona Lisa says I can wear water shoes whenever I want. True?
Not with white socks, though.
Well, I got to hold up, my ankles.
Am I your fashion coordinator?
Yes. You tell me what trips to take, and you tell me what to wear.
I love this. I'm all in.
White socks, water shoes, and shorts. And I wear the shorts up around my belly button.
No socks.
Yeah, but I need socks because I need the pressure socks.
Then don't wear water shoes.
But I want to wear them. Wear the what? The what?
Your Sperry's.
What's that?
Your boat shoes.
I can't wear those with socks, man. I don't know. They feel funky. Socks and water shoes.
Yeah.
These are waterproof socks.
I wonder what they're doing in Studio B, because
I have
she
no
just had
idea.
to read one sentence. But got those in there.
Can somebody go find out if they're alive?
They've been reading a sentence for
Can you-
45 minutes.
Commissioner, can you go in there and find out what they're doing? Because obviously, I think they went to Brazil.
No, don't knock, because they may be recording, so open the door
Just
quietly.
open and look.
Anyway, happy Friday. You ready to rock and roll? Coach Kerri's in the house. We've got Lori Vossi of Sunshine Home Care
Even she
Services.
travels. She was in different parts of the world, right? You went to Colorado and
Indianapolis just recently to see my son play in the national championships for rugby. That's fun.
I heard that you went out to Kentucky or something to see the Kentucky Derby.
No, didn't do that.
I could have sworn you were there.
All right, Commish, what are they doing?
She's just going over words. I don't know.
Boy, we sent the right guy in there.
They're going over words.
They have been in there for an hour and 20 minutes. Not that
I
I'm
don't know what
counting.
to tell you. Things to do. But Monday's Memorial Day, kicking off the long weekend. Summer is right there, but we have a lot of great events happening this summer. So
I
many
just
great
got
things.
another one.
So many great things to share
Did you
with
see
everyone.
another one?
I have not.
There's another one in Boynton for the 28th they want us to cover. I got to talk to you about it. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Too many things to do.
All
I'll
right,
stay home.
so join us June 4th. We're going to be at Bramer's Brazilian Cuisine in Boynton Beach on Gateway and I-95. It is a networking and meet and greet. Hola Boynton. So head on over there at 11 o'clock, and we'll put the address and the flyer should be. We'll play the Bramer's commercial so everyone can see where that is. The flyer I think I sent over yesterday. Get you all of that information, and then on the 20th, we're going to be a full circle networking down in Plantation at Ford's Garage. Tremendous opportunity to network. Lori, you've been there with us.
It's those events are super beautiful.
They had
There are
100
lots.
at the last one.
100.
Oh, wait, you're going to be away. Should I tell them I'm closing down
no,
and no
me
one's
and Donna are
going?
hanging out.
You can, if that's what you want to do.
Is that what you want to do?
That's not the reason. You're going away. I'm just going to take one day off.
No, you're taking a whole week. Anyway, Ford's Garage, we're going to be there on the 20th. It's a great opportunity to network, and they're raising money for Ant Media Futures Foundation for their June and July summer networking. More information, and it probably went out in the newsletter, so check your inbox on that. And June 24th, we're going to be, again, at Bramer's for our 9-year anniversary party. Will you be back for that?
Let me think.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to be there for that too. I'm going to be there with the crew. We're celebrating 9 years at the Brooklyn Cafe Show, and all of our crew and everyone along the way. So come on to Bramer's and have some fun with us.
You're very strategic
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
because you blame me because you're not going to be here
I
on
didn't say
certain
blame.
days. You do. You point it out. So I could take a day off. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Not at all. Go for
I'll
it.
give them the keys. They can open up.
Go for it.
I got no problem with that.
Go for it.
Okay.
He's already got the key. True.
Yeah, he can open up and everybody come to work on Tuesday. Look at Mona Lisa's face. I don't know, production, shows.
All right. Now,
Well,
he's
now she's changed my mind. Now she's changed my mind.
Anyway, why don't we take a commercial break, play the Bramer's commercial, tell you what's
We
going
have a
on
game
with,
today.
with Gen X, and then we're going to come back and talk to Kerri and Lori, and I going to go over to California, talk to Pamela Chanel David, because I want to introduce her to Kerri, because you know what happens when your diabetes, not you, but when people's diabetes get a little high and out of whack? You got to call Coach.
Yeah.
So more to
As long
come.
as you don't have something
Stay
like
tuned.
her, you're fine.
We'll
Playing
be
Crazy
right back.
Cat's game today. Crazy Cat?
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
Hi, I'm David Vito Quaderno, the owner of Xavier Restaurant in Meisner Plaza, that is in front of Meisner Park. We're a Sicilian cuisine restaurant, so I'm Sicilian. I'm just arrived from Sicily. I live in Catania, the east coast of Sicily. We offer the traditional Sicilian cuisine with the traditional ingredients that I used to import from Sicily, from the cheese to the oregano to the anchovies and different kind of fish. This is a family business already from the 1897, so it's almost 130 years business, and we're offering here the best. This is the first restaurant in the United States, so I wait for you in Meisner Park to enjoy the best and the real Sicilian kitchen. Ask you to book your tables just to be sure that you will find a place for enjoy the real Sicilian kitchen. Thank you. For your reservation, you can call at 561-617-5424. We are open from Tuesday to Sunday from 4 to 9:30.
Looking for bold, authentic flavor? Step into Bramer's Brazilian cuisine, where the vibrant taste of Brazil meets your favorite American classics. From savory churrasco to juicy burgers, every dish is made with passion. Hosting a party or a special event? We cater all occasions with incredible food that leaves a lasting impression. Our Boynton Beach location offers generous seating with a separate dining area for bigger parties. Come visit us in person today at 1035 Gateway Boulevard, number 201, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. Contact us by phone at 561-272-6377. Enjoy the Brazilian taste. Enjoy the Bramer's taste.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? With MedGuard Alert's new Care Watch, you can connect with medical professionals instantly, 24/7. No cell phone required. This life-saving medical device acts as a phone as well as a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And if you have Medicare or Medicaid, you may qualify to get yours free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now.
RCCA has a team of specialized therapists to treat a wide array of injuries and conditions, including balance issues, back pain, fall prevention techniques, joint replacements, and stroke rehab. Our therapists at RCCA help adults reclaim their strength and flexibility, allowing them to return to their hobbies and sports. We tailor treatment to return our patients to activities they love, such as croquet, gym workouts, golf, pickleball, and tennis. Our state-of-the-art equipment and therapists ensure that there is something here for everyone.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
All right, you ready to get into this? How lucky are you to be surrounded by these two beautiful blondes?
I'm the thorn among flowers, right?
It is good to be you, I must say.
Don't talk to me that way because I know you're going to be in Paris doing your thing. I don't want to hear it. Maybe take off Tuesday also and Wednesday. What is that?
That's the Gen X.
Throw it.
You're going to catch
it? Yeah.
Nice catch. All right, so before we get
Try
into
to throw
Gen X,
so hard?
Before we get into Gen X, I want to talk to Kerri. Because Kerri does some great things, and we haven't had a chance to have her on. And she's never met Lori before. And before we bring Chanel over, let's chit-chat with Kerri. And she's got some new herbs, some new tea she's making. You know, she'll make an individualized tea for anybody based on what they need.
What they need, what medications they're on. Hopefully you can get them off the medications eventually. But yes, individualized, specialized tea according to your needs.
What type of teas? What type, like diabetes, anxiety, depression?
I done one for allergies and skin. A lady was breaking out for allergies, so I did allergies and skin. I have one for high blood pressure. I have one for diabetes. I have one for gout and like IBS symptoms. I mean, you name it. As long as I know what your needs are, I can make it for you. There are so many things that I believe God gave us on earth that we don't know how to use. So with the research and the right tools and the right companies that I work with, I get all organic herbs that can treat everything. You name it, you can treat it. Menopause symptoms, you sweat at night, well, there's an herb to help you not sweat at night. Diabetes, there's insulin leaves, and nobody knows about that because doctors don't tell you about those insulin leaves. There's any kind of ailment, there is something on this planet to treat it. We just have to find it, and I have a lot of it.
And you have tried the insulin tea, and you had tremendous
I still
results
drink
with
it.
it.
Yeah, I still do. I gotta tell you, it's not easy to maintain a level of tea. I mean, I try to drink 3, but I usually end up drinking 2.
Yeah, the consistency is what really matters.
Right.
You know, I always tell my patients that if you're going to order a tea, you have to drink it. I always say start in the mornings, and then if you want to do it a second time, then in the afternoons, because some people at night, mainly, the body starts really healing itself and may keep them up. But in the morning and in the afternoon, it's very hard to be consistent with anything, right? With your food intake, with your sleep, the vitamins that you take, sometimes you forget. So, but it is, the key to health is consistency.
Tell me about that keeping you up at night. When you drink it at night, 10 o'clock, what happens?
Well, your body is in full-on heal mode. Especially when you rest, your body goes into its healing time, right? So
You didn't tell me that, Doc. You didn't tell me
yeah,
that.
I did tell you that. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't drink it at night.
I drink it at night, and next thing you know, I'm up all night.
Oh, well, don't drink it at night.
Okay.
And
It
it's
does
caffeine
work.
free, so it's not the caffeine that's keeping him up.
No, there's no caffeine.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
It's really weird when this thing is working. Your whole body is like alive, and you're staring at everything, and every noise is like bigger. Everything. So I'm sitting there like this. So I finally got up, and Linda says, "You haven't slept all night." I says, "I know. What's wrong?" "I don't know. It doesn't have caffeine."
No, there's no caffeine. It's the body's healing process that may be overwhelming your sleep. I have one man that has been coughing for a year. And normally when I see somebody with that cough, it's usually a milk allergy, which he hasn't come into my office yet to be diagnosed with that. But it's gotten so bad that it's affecting his breathing and the way he lives his life. It's a constant in the back of his throat. He started my tea 5 days ago. That cough is nearly gone.
Wow.
His wife now just called me up and ordered 2 different teas for herself and her mother. But like I said, there are healing abilities of plants that we just don't understand and we don't use and we don't utilize. It's, back in the older days, our grandparents would be like, "Oh, I got something for that." And they'd go in their drawer and mix you up a cup of tea and you drink it and you'd be like, "Wow, I feel better. I don't know how that worked." Well, if we spent some time learning more about what we actually have, every tree, every flower, every root has a purpose. And most of them have healing purposes.
Well, then I have a question, because even the doctors, FAU, asked me. So you have 1, 2, and 3 different age groups right in front of you. And let's say that we're going to do something for anxiety, right? 3 different age groups. You got a male, 2 females. The same thing for anxiety. Will it treat it the same for each one of them?
Well, it depends on, are you just doing the tea or are you doing Nate also? Because that's what I specialize
Well, I don't
in.
know. You'll tell me. But let's be consistent in what we're going to use across the board for each one of them.
Okay. So Nate is Dr. Nambutapra's allergy elimination technique. It treats people equally. Some people may need more treatments than others. So it resets the nervous system so that the nervous system isn't responding to anxiety the normal way that it would. Some people who experience anxiety get the shakes or get headaches or want to hide under their covers. So depending on how long you've experienced those anxiety symptoms or depression symptoms, and I've told this story before, I treated a girl that was in the military excellent in everything she did, excelled in her branch, and was one of the top military people they had. All of a sudden, her mother was like, she's not functioning, she's not doing what she needs to do, she's not getting out of bed, we don't know what's wrong. So I think she took 4 or 5 sessions to treat, and after that, she's back on. I gave her a tea. I gave her the NATE treatments, and after that long, she's back in her branch doing everything that she was doing previously to the anxiety. And she had some sort of trauma that caused the anxiety to come on, so we reset the nervous system to deal with the anxiety in a way that is different from how she was dealing with it when she needed help. And then I also have a lady that was in, I have people that fly in from Cancun, Mexico to get my treatments. And she is probably 90 pounds. Now that we're going from a young girl to a 90-pound, 60-year-old woman. She has anxiety so much she couldn't sleep. And she was, the first time I treated her with NATE, she was shaking the whole time. Her nervous system was on overload. She was constantly in that fight or flight mode. And I said, as I was closing the gates, which is something you learn about if you study NATE, I was watching her feet shake and watching her feet shake. And as we were finishing up, I could see her body respond to that first treatment. I could see her body starting to relax, and she took a deep breath. And I said, I need you to sit here, and I need you to hold that vial that has, and it sounds strange, but the anxiety and depression that she was being treated for. And she sat for 20 minutes, and she walked out of there, and she had a different look on her face. She had color back to her face. That was 6-7 months ago I treated her. They just came back in to my office. She bought 5 bags of the tea that we were supplementing along with the treatment, 5 bags of the tea, and she came in for, because she was having an allergic reaction to dust. I said, you don't want to be treated for anxiety? You're all set? She goes, no. Her husband said, she is a completely different woman than I am used to. And he goes, it's a lot, because now she's, she doesn't roll up into a ball and hide. Now she has a voice, and she stands up for herself. And every time she's in a situation that I thought before she couldn't handle, she handles it perfectly. So it depends on the person. Every person is different. And when I treat them and I do, the preliminary questions and the testing, I can kind of tell, not always, but I can kind of tell how many treatments it will take. And then after the first treatment, the way the body responds, I can really make a good, prediction about how many times they would have to come in.
So you get this?
I was talking to her in the back about all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about in general. I'm talking about specifically.
Look how calm I am. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
is that what it is? Is this a valiant effort at staying calm? You're another one that suffers with a little anxiety, don't you?
Lori, and then we go, what's all in common?
We
We've
all
got the
have a
common
little bit
denominator here.
of worries and anxieties, if we call them so. But yes, sleeping issues.
Yeah.
I sleep. I'm a bad sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
That's because your eyes are always
my
blinking.
monkey mind never stops. And
Monkey mind.
Yeah.
Is that a common term? Yeah, it's called monkey mind.
Yes. Whenever you can't shut it off, we call it the monkey mind.
Rapid eye
In spirituality,
syndrome.
that's what we say when it doesn't want to collaborate with.
Rapid eye syndrome. When you see people whose eyelids are always blinking, that's monkey mind.
Because you're thinking. But
Everyone has a monkey mind when you can't control it. It's called monkey mind. When you can't meditate, you can't focus, you can't sleep, you can't dictate what's good. your
I'm working
thoughts.
more on meditating every morning.
I'm
You?
working on it too, actually.
I'm working
every
on
morning.
it.
Yeah.
I sit here and meditate.
I'm working on it with different essential oils and see which one helps a little bit more.
How's it going for you?
Look how calm I am.
Lavender? Are you using lavender?
I've been using frankincense actually in the morning.
Okay.
I love frankincense. I use it for my skin.
You're the one, and I had some, and you had told me you use it, and I thought, I'm going to try it.
How do you use it on your skin?
You have to.
Use your mic, honey.
Yeah, with castor oil. Yes, castor oil and coconut.
Yes.
You drink it?
No, you rub
Put it on your face.
Ay, Dios mío.
Well, I don't know what you do with it. You put it on your face?
It's
Castor oil?
A little bit, yes. Not
Castor
a
oil
lot because
stinks.
it's thick. No, it doesn't.
No
It's so
stink. And
pleasant. It's
castor oil is the
beautiful.
deepest penetrating
Penetration.
oil. So out of every kind of oil, when you mix an herb, like for healing, there's a herb called comfrey. Mix it with the castor oil, and it's called, I'm rubbing my elbow because I just gave comfrey to someone who had a fractured bone in the elbow. And within 2 days, it's back from the Indian days. It's called knit bone, and it heals the bone.
Castor oil?
Castor oil and comfrey
comfrey
together. Yeah.
What's comfrey?
It's the herb that she's having mixed with the oil. Now, I'd seen something with castor oil, people rubbing it on their belly button to help lose weight, and then I saw that it's too strong to be doing that.
Why? What does it do?
It
changes the
penetrates your
colon
system.
a lot, and people are having.
It makes you go to the bathroom?
Now, I don't know whether that's true.
Is
It's
that
just
good
what
or
I
bad?
heard.
I've never tried it on my belly button. I've seen those, those that are pouring it in there.
I was
but-
thinking about your feet when you have diabetes, your feet get very dry. Can
Back
you
to the
put
feet. He's got
oil?
a foot thing.
I'm just telling you, can you put oil on your feet?
I
Can
would
you
do it
put
on
that-
the top, but castor oil is so thick. Your feet, the pads of your feet soak up and give off so much. I wouldn't block that.
What about if you have inflammation on the bottom of your feet?
Well, I have stuff for that.
She's got stuff for
For
everything.
everything, but I just want to know, can I use castor oil on the bottom of the feet?
I wouldn't put it on the bottom. I'd put it on the top between the toes, but not on the bottom. Plus, she'll be sliding across the floor like a crazy
I like
person.
that. I like sliding.
You know, we were talking about the vials with the energy because remember, I had a reaction to a other place we went with the vials of energy. If someone looks at these vials, they look empty when you're testing and doing muscle testing for them. But in fact, there's the energy of whatever it is you're holding. And you have I can still feel it in my gut when I say, when you have a box full of energies, whatever they are, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful because you are now exposing yourself to all of those energies, right? So how do you know what you're testing for?
What do you mean?
And the right ones.
Well,
So you don't open this big giant box and it's like Scooby-Doo and you open this big trunk and everything comes flying out.
Oh, I don't have that. Mine are in kits. Mine are all in.
Labeled.
They're labeled. They're in kits. There's in the protocol for Nate, there's over 200 kits. And in each kit, there's 30, 60, probably 120 different vials. So maybe a little less. And when I treat someone, they say that the practitioner should have gold or silver to block the energies. But I feel like since I started years ago, so if I'm treating someone for a milk allergy, you're not supposed to touch them. You're supposed to use the stimulus. But I kind of touch them a little bit because I'm very hands-on. And I feel like since I've done it for so long, I am super strong with all, I don't have an allergy. I don't have asthma. I don't have any skin breakouts. I think because I've been so exposed to just about everything, there are a few things in those kits that are pretty complicated that I don't expose myself to. All the vaccines, I have all the vaccines, I have all of that. Those stay in a drawer separately, but all the basics of the body, I believe that strengthens you. The protocol is to treat the person with the basics of the body first, so that way there's no bumps in the road before you start treating them for a specific allergy like gluten or dust or dogs or cats or whatever they're allergic to. So if you have a bump in the road, and I call it a bump in the road along the way, in your nervous system, in the meridians, then that bump is just going to become a pothole over time. And if you don't close that pothole and you start treating it for something else, then we're going to end up with a bigger problem. So the basics of the body are essential, and then we pinpoint those things that they're specifically allergic to. Peanut butter, I had someone come in last week that were allergic to bee stings. Milk is a big one. Gluten is a big one. But, if we're off, what your body tells you, if you're having a reaction to anything, anxiety, sadness, any kind of allergen, is that there's something off in the body. And it all stems, mostly, it's from the gut-brain, the way they are in relation to each other. A lot has to do with the gut and how it's permeable to different items and not to others. So it all is a huge analysis for me. I had to go back. I had a patient that had Nate treatments when he was a kid, never had a problem. He walked in my office with hives all over his head, all over his body. He's like, I don't know what is wrong. So he had already had the basics done. So really, sometimes you need a little boost. But I had to go back through his history. I'm like, when did this start? What did you do? What have you been eating? What have you changed? What's your laundry detergent? And come to find out, he had been to the beach a lot and was using zinc oxide to block himself. So immediately I went to the basics, which are heavy metals and minerals. His arm completely fell. And they're mixes when you start with the mixes. And then I had to separate that out and found out that he's allergic to zinc. Big time. Huge. After I treated him one time with the zinc, I could see his hives. You know, like if you have a hive, a white ring goes around it when it's starting to go away. I don't know if you've ever really looked at a hive, but the little white ring, it'll get lighter and lighter until it's gone. And as I was treating him, his feet turned a different color, and the white ring started. He's like, "What in the world?" I was like, "This is what you're allergic to, big time." It's showing in the testing.
That's amazing.
I got
It was
divorced.
pretty. I took pictures because I was like, "What?" I took pictures of his head before and after, and yeah, it was crazy. That's the first time I'd seen that with hives. They're dissipating like right in front of
They
me.
disintegrate. They sort
Yeah.
of. That's happened to me when I was getting divorced. As I got more into the divorce, the hives started to go away.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Wow.
True story.
It's true. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I think Pamela Chanel Dave is going to be joining us because she's going to get to meet Kerri and see a whole other story. You guys are going to have more conversations, I know, in private, but at least we get to make the introduction. So you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Like and subscribe, as well as Amp Media Productions, to all of the shows that we produce right here at the studio. Everything from Making Money with Laura Sanders to Soul Care with Lori Vassi and everything in between. More to come. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Ding ding, here we are at the favorite chocolate store.
Sure's Chocolate. If you could have smell-o-vision in this space, oh my gosh. Tell us about Sure's Chocolate.
Well, we hand make almost everything in chocolate. We do it all in the back room here. We have a workshop back there. We just love what we do.
Everything's here from Easter bunnies to truffles to mints to, I see this toffee pretzel crunch.
It's probably our best seller. Everybody loves, when they come in, some people are a little grumpy when they walk in, but when they leave, they're happy. Everybody.
That's the way chocolate works.
Nobody ever leaves unhappy. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
If you can spell chocolate, you come here, they got it. It's everything.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
At Genix, we believe skincare should be both powerful and purposeful. Beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. Powered by women, made for everyone. Packed with bovine placenta, a rare regenerative ingredient rich in growth factors and nutrients. Infused with collagen peptides and hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, and coconut oil. Each ingredient is powerful on its own, but even better together. Feel the science, see the glow. Shop Genix now at genixbeauty.com.
In a world where finding reliable and compassionate home care can be overwhelming, Sunshine Home Care Services stands as a beacon of hope. That's why we've partnered with professional nurses, physical rehabilitation centers, and medical offices to ensure their patients receive the very best in home care. At Sunshine Home Care Services, Our mission is simple, yet profound, to support and enhance the lives of our clients. We genuinely enhance the quality of and offer a comprehensive suite of 26 services tailored to meet every need. We go beyond the basics with health monitoring, emotional support, pet care, and home safety checks. Sunshine Home Care Services is more than just a service. It's a partnership in care. We invite you to experience the difference a compassionate team can make. For a personal consultation, call us today at 561-821-5811.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to AMP2 Network. Today's segment is on National Cooler Day. Cooler Day is here to encourage people to use their coolers at their favorite events all throughout the summer. From new start to an apartment move to a beach day or memorial celebration, there are a lot of reasons to employ the use of a cooler. Ice cubes are most commonly placed in coolers, as it is to help the contents inside stay cool. Ice packs are sometimes used, as they either contain the melting water inside or have a gel sealed inside that stays cold longer than plain ice. The first celebration of National Cooler Day took place in 2019 and was founded by the company RTIC Outdoors out of Houston, Texas. The company is a supplier of rotomolded coolers, which offers some good cooling capabilities with also temperature and good ice retention. Maybe grab a cooler for the next event on your calendar. Grab some cool, drink some food, and relax and enjoy the fireworks. Thank you for listening for today's segment on AMP2 Network. Now let's get back to the show.
We're back.
All right, the piece was put together by Chloe. Nice job, Chloe. Chloe is part of our AMP Media Futures Foundation, and she's getting better and better. So nice job, kiddo. National Cooler Day. Who's taking their coolers to the beach, I guess, this weekend? Do you know when I was in high school and we were like dishing class? Yeah, Mom and Dad, I did dish class once. And my girlfriend says to me, we need to stop at this convenience store and go get a cooler. Okay? I thought she meant a cooler. So I go into this convenience store to get a cooler, and I'm like looking at the top of the counter. You know, when they always would store at the top, there were no coolers. So I walk out, I get in the car, I said, no coolers. She's like, what do you mean there's no coolers? I'm like, there are no coolers in this convenience store.
What kind of cooler were you thinking about?
I was thinking of a white styrofoam cooler.
What about any type of cooler?
She was looking for a wine cooler.
Oh.
Yes, that would be my naivete when
How
I was
old were
growing
you?
up. In high school, we all had our cars, so obviously over 16.
A Zima.
So
Remember Zima? Oh, my God. They don't even
Funny,
have
right?
Zima anymore, right? Zima.
Funny.
You drank Zima? No? Yeah?
I know.
You drank Zima?
I don't even know what Zima is. Okay. Isn't that funny, though?
No,
Funny.
Your mother. She sent you, and you were in high school. You couldn't
No, my
even buy
mother,
it.
my girlfriend and I left school,
I
and we were
see.
going to go hang out for the afternoon.
So she
And
told
I
you to get
figured
some
she wanted a
cooler.
cooler to go somewhere. She meant she wanted a cooler to go drink somewhere.
You guys are funny.
Anyway, all right, we're heading all the way over to California. Pamela Chanel David is the host and creator of the Reinvented Life Network. She joined us yesterday. She actually is re-kicking off her show on Tuesday afternoon next week,
If she remembers the time.
if you're open. And she's going to be joining us because we wanted to make the introduction.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
With Kerri.
Hold on a second. Okay, who knew that Pamela was opening on Tuesday? If you know, please raise your hand.
It's in your text.
Please raise your hand
It's
if
in
you
your
know.
text.
It's not in my text.
Read it.
It's not.
Read your text.
Anybody
from
here
Chanel.
know? Because apparently I didn't know either.
It's in your text. Anyway, let's bring Chanel over. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to reschedule. Anyway, let's bring her over.
Pamela, you got to call me Don't call her.
It's in your text.
For the next week, don't call her. Call me. Because she's making all these plans. She doesn't know what I'm doing.
I got it. Well, I'm excited. Whenever it's good for you guys, production-wise, to get the Reinvented Life started again, it is ready. So,
How are you feeling? You look so much better, like you feel so much better than yesterday.
today's a great day. You know, I have all these health challenges in front of me, and each day is a different day. It's a beautiful day, and, you know, I'm raring to go. I can't wait to get the Reinvented Life started.
Well, I'm excited for you to meet Kerri, and I don't want to share your story, and will you share what you want with her? But Kerri works magic with herbs. You've heard her what she talked about earlier. And she's right here in Florida, but she can send anything that you need.
Awesome. I'd love to meet you. Forward to it.
I think your audio is cutting in and out.
Mine is?
Yes.
I don't know.
All right. It's a little bit better. All right. You have any questions for Kerri?
Let's bring up Kerri.
I would love to know, like, you know, what she specializes in, and I'm just excited about seeing that from a holistic perspective.
What you specialize in, what's a holistic perspective?
Oh, okay. My holistic perspective is to treat the mind, body, and spirit, and because they all work closely together. And really, I work very closely with my patients. My appointments are usually about an hour long, you know, analyzing their thought patterns, their physical patterns, their mental, everything, and working toward the best health for them specifically, and where it's most needed. What do we need to work on? What is your goals? That kind of thing.
Awesome. And you deal with all natural ingredients and natural herbal remedies?
Well, I do the herbal teas. I have got over 100 different organic plants and roots and flowers that I specifically put together in a tea according to the person's needs. But I also do acupressure. I'm a functional nutritionist, and I do NATE, which is Dr. Neil Budaprad's allergy elimination technique, which just doesn't apply to allergies. It also applies to the entire body, autoimmune, environmental allergies, food allergies, and anxiety, depression. I've got 2 kits full of emotions that people maybe can't get over or are having trouble, dealing with. So, like I said, we treat the mind, the body, the spirit, and find what works best for each individual patient.
I absolutely love that. That's one of the challenges that I'm facing. My patients, even myself, in the beginning, is the loss of that sort of mind-body connection and needing to put that together. It's amazing how you would think that's a natural thing, but people lose it, forget that it's really one body that's all connected.
Chanel, do me a
with
favor. Chanel, can you log out and log back in?
Sure.
Because we're losing every other word.
Okay.
All right, let's log out and log back in, and then hopefully we'll have a better audio. We've learned how to listen between the drops, but I want Kerri to be able to hear the questions more clearly.
And I wanted you to go over neuropathy, which
Okay.
is something that specifically she's having issues with.
Oh, okay.
And neuropathy is different for everybody. I have neuropathy, and it's different for everybody, and affects the body. After talking to her and listening to her story yesterday, which is strictly amazing of what's happening in her body. with
Not in a good
neuropathy.
way.
Not in a good way, in a very bad way. I mean, severe bad way. And I'm hoping that when she comes back, she'll express it. But neuropathy is one of those issues where they give gabapentin to resolve the issue. And gabapentin is the worst thing in the world you can take. I took it for 3 days. It took me 2 weeks to get off of that. And they warned me, don't take it. And I didn't, because it was mind-blowing, taking me to another world, and it was not helping me whatsoever.
Causes depression also.
And it does. It causes a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right, she back?
Not yet. But while we're waiting, no, I don't think so, not yet. While we're waiting for her to come back on, I want you to talk to Lori, because Lori has an incredible home care company and you work with clients, patients all the time that I'm sure, instead of taking 50 medications, might benefit from some of Kerri's bag of magic.
Absolutely. We were actually talking during the break what a bad combination is to mix different medication. Like I have a client today that his list is over 40, 50 medications. I cannot even imagine what comes out of that, the anxiety and the aftermath. And my biggest concern would be, do we need a detox in order to reset at that age? And we were talking how actually it's very, very dangerous to do all those things and go. But I believe one by one, for instance, sleeping pills. They are so common for seniors. We could go natural for sleeping. I do ashwagandha and lemon balm at night and magnesium, and I feel it works.
Yes.
Like 3 nights in a row, nothing worked, but there are, like, most of the time they do the work. And lemon balm I take during the day as well. I love it. And but I go everything natural. For me, there is no way in the world I would ever take anything that.
For seniors that are on that amount of meds, to go cold turkey and cut them off is very dangerous. So in order to lessen the amount of medications that they have, because the more medications you're on, the more side effects you have, the more symptoms you have, the more problems persist. They don't magically go away because you take a pill, because we're not treating the cause, we're normally treating the symptoms with a pill. So to lessen the dosage is the way that I would go. And to start, of course, you have to work with their medical doctors, lessen the dosage, and supplement with natural ways, the herbs. There's tinctures, there's little drops you can put it under the tongue instead of having them have to drink a whole tea. So that is the way that I would go with seniors that already have a compromised immune system, with up till, I would say, I'm treating women that are in their 70s that are super strong, but it just kind of depends individually on the person and how their immune system response is and what they've gone through in their life and the medications that they're on and the symptoms that they may still have. So for every individual patient, it would be different.
Awesome. All right, let's see if I think we've got Chanel back. I got
Is Chanel back? Let's bring her back. It's interesting you're saying, because the caregiver
there she is.
in these homes, it's very difficult if you don't know what's happening. When my mother was alive, she had different pharmacies.
Well, the caregiver is not really allowed to handle medication.
No. I'm not talking about medication. I'm talking about you have to care for the person.
Yes.
All of a sudden, Monday and Tuesday are two different human beings. Wednesday, you don't recognize her, and it becomes very difficult.
Absolutely.
My mother used to have all these different pharmacies, and it wasn't until I brought her to Boca. The pharmacist called me over. He says, you can't put this with this, and you can't take this with this. And my mother had a system in Puerto Rico with 50 different pharmacies because there was no tie-in up there.
One of my best friends, I was like, send me pictures of the medications you're on. There were 7 medications. 3 of them did the same thing. There were 2 others that were very similar, and one she was taking and she had no idea why. It was metformin. She's not diabetic, not even type 2 diabetic.
Why was she taking
Nothing.
it?
The doctor gave it to her.
That's crazy.
Maybe because she's a little overweight.
I was going to say, use it for weight loss.
But not, she's not diabetic. I call her every morning. I'm like, test yourself.
They use metformin for weight loss.
For who?
For people.
Yeah.
Before the GLP-1s.
Been taking it forever.
Before the GLP-1s,
don't
doctors
take
were
no-
giving the metformin for weight loss.
Well, I'm gonna I'd like to
It
talk
didn't
to
work.
that doctor. I haven't lost an ounce with metformin. I gained weight. I'm telling you the
Look at her
truth.
looking at you. Those are
Metformin,
Mona Lisa eyes you're
weight.
getting.
Yeah. Well,
I've been on metformin for 5-6 years.
Did you reduce your medication when you were doing the insulin leaves
I have the
regularly?
same. No, I stopped using it,
You stopped using the metformin.
which they told me I couldn't do.
So
But I never lost a pound on metformin. Who
All
told
right.
you that?
Let's see if Chanel's audio is better.
Can you hear me better?
Well, we're going
No.
to try it.
Yes. Sounds better.
We're going to try it. But I'm sure Kerri would be more than happy to work with you personally and put a whole plan together for you.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, again, it is really great to me. And I was just saying that the connection between the mind and the body is so important. It really starts there, because whatever it is that the person is dealing with, it affects them in all sorts of ways. I know it has.
The subconscious mind is so strong. It
Mhm.
knows what you need before your physical self tells you. So and that's why when I treat people, I'm like, do not look at the vials I'm putting in your hand, because your mind will already decide before your subconscious body and your will make that decision. Because when you put a vial in their hand and they don't know what it is, their body will respond. And I have proof of that myself. When I was very sick, I kept questioning the guy doing the muscle testing. I was like, come on, you must be turning my arm a different way. You know, I was always like, this can't be real. He's like, all right, close your eyes. And I closed my eyes, and I was sitting like this, and he put something right here, and he put my arm up, and my arm literally fell. And I was like, what? Do it again. So he put my arm back up. My arm, he just touched it with one finger. My arm fell, and I was like, what is that? He goes, it's ant killer. He's got a little bottle of ant killer. He goes, the subconscious mind knows what it needs. The body knows what it needs. We just don't know how to perceive it. We don't know why our eye is itchy, or our eye's twitching, or why is it itchy behind my knee, or why do I have a pulsation in my leg, or why do I sneeze every time I get near this, or why do I feel tired after eating a certain thing, or why are my feet burning? What is causing it? We have a really hard time as human beings, because we're constantly bombarded with other things, to take a conscious note of what our body is telling us.
So why can't we take a conscious note and say, we're good, nothing hurts?
Really? Do you do that every day? You
Every
wake up
day.
every morning and you say, I am good, I am clean,
I wouldn't be
am
here.
healthy,
No,
I am ready to
I didn't
roll.
say I was, but I get up thinking that, yeah.
Okay, how long does that stay with you?
Till I get here and I meet her.
Till his feet hits the ground. Like being consistent, right? With our mind, with our body, with what we're doing is very difficult. It's one of the biggest giant mountains we have to cross. But if you think about the best athletes, the healthiest people, they're consistent every day. And trust me, I've done those things where, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful, I'm capable, I'm blah, blah, blah.
Does that work?
I don't last. Just because it takes a while for the mind to reset itself to actually believe that. But if you throw it out in the world and say it to yourself on a daily basis, you'll start to see that your actions and your thoughts change. And then you start to feel better and you start to move differently. I mean, it's the most difficult thing that you can ask of a person to do, I think. I mean, yes, you can get up every day, take an easy pill and change your thoughts and mind and maybe feel better. But to do it without that is one of the hardest things. And I think that's why people just say, I can take a pill and then it's easier.
I used to give somebody 2 Tic Tacs in the morning, but they didn't know it was a Tic Tac.
Uh-huh.
And I used to tell them, this is the magic pill.
It's
If
a
you take this-
placebo, yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't even know that word at the time. But when I did it, they were super duper.
Yeah.
Until they found out that they had to go in to have surgery or something else. Now, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then after that, they never believed me anymore.
Right.
But they were like on a high every day. They were super. They were moving and shaking and baking.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that I think it was an appendix, which I can't fix that.
No.
It's appendicitis, appendicitis.
Right.
So they didn't believe me anymore. But it was 2 Tic Tacs every day.
All right, Chanel, we're going to connect you with Kerri, and
Good,
I know
yeah.
she can help you.
That's great. I was talk to her. I heard during the break that, I have neuropathy, and it's a very advanced state to the point that I cannot walk. Walk anytime with her. It's very difficult. So are these things that you actually work with, neuropathy and?
Yes, I have lots of type 2 diabetics that have neuropathy. I have one middle-aged man that wanted to walk around Disney with his grandchildren and no neuropathy after the 7 treatments with Nate. But also, and this may sound completely off kilter to you, start with a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in your tea or coffee every morning. Cayenne pepper creates blood flow to the smallest capillaries in the eyes and the feet and the fingertips. It sounds ridiculous. You may get a little bit of a sore throat. You may not like it. It's not spicy. It's just a different taste to the coffee. My brother does it every morning. He used to have blood clots in his legs. Doesn't have blood clots anymore.
Wow.
So it gets to those tiny, minute, blood, the capillaries in your toes and in your feet that are going numb, that doctors are saying will never come back because the blood flow is no longer, it's constricted. It's because you are so inflamed with whatever your body's going through, it's constricting those blood cells or those blood vessels. And we need to figure out what is causing the inflammation in the body so that you're not so constricted, which will then repair the blood flow to those places that you have neuropathy. And I can tell you, I was very sick about 30 years ago now, and they said that I had neuropathy. They put me on a medication called Neurontin, and within 5 days, I thought I wanted to jump off a bridge. So you need to be very careful. It makes you feel depressed, and I never had neuropathy. They just thought that because I was type 1 diabetic, and that was their conclusion of what I was going through, but they were wrong. And I still, to this day, I'm type 1 diabetic. I've had diabetes since I was 18 years old, and I don't have 1 ounce of neuropathy. Not
Amazing.
one. My feet don't tingle. I don't have burning. I don't have anything.
And you attribute that to the cayenne pepper?
Cayenne pepper is a big contributor, but also physical movement. Even if you're saying you can't walk, there's got to be I don't know how much movement you have in your legs, but you definitely have to get that blood flowing. Cayenne pepper is the first step to opening those blood vessels. I would definitely add that to, if you Google it, if you research it, Barbara O'Neill is a big, she's big on the cayenne pepper because she saved someone's life having a heart attack, put a little cayenne pepper under their tongue and saved their life. Because cayenne pepper goes to the places that need blood and takes away from those places that may be causing swelling.
So I'm thinking it might even help with, don't listen, Freddie, ED.
Oh, I have something for that.
Because I'm thinking, right, if it opens, because you're going to go, why would you go there? Because blood flow is blood flow, right?
Yeah.
So, and it goes where it needs to go. So I would think that might even work for people with that, men with that.
Now, you're talking about the liquid cayenne pepper? Because I looked it up. This cayenne.
I take it for the past 5 years every morning.
Do you really?
She takes it too.
But isn't
I take salt.
Yep,
Celtic salt.
I take
have a
salt
better
also.
version now.
is the
because of
powder
the-
better for
and
you than the
full lemon.
liquid?
I like the liquid. I mean, I like the powder because I just mix it in something. I've never used the liquid form. So
I didn't even know it was
just get
liquid.
Look, they
organic
have the
cayenne
liquid.
pepper.
That's
How
interesting.
much cayenne pepper to a cup of coffee?
You would start with a 1/4 teaspoon, depending on how your gut and everything handles it, and then you can up it to 1/2 teaspoon.
1/4 and a half.
It depends. You know, some people are a little bit more sensitive or they don't like it. So
I
would say
just
quarter.
add, like I just go in and, like
Sprinkle.
4 or 5 times, and I make
4
a
or 5
shot.
times?
Yeah.
That's a hot
About
pepper.
a teaspoon. She's doing a 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon.
That's a little hot.
For like 4 or 5 years since pandemic.
Yeah.
And
it works?
It works.
And salt,
100%.
and even I
For
started on salt.
hydration,
Yep.
for so many.
As we age, our cell walls harden, and every TV station or every promotional say salt causes high blood pressure. It's not really what causes the high blood pressure, but that's a whole nother story. Salt actually makes the cells more permeable so that you're able to take in the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins that you need. So a lot of people that do get sick, they're just peeing out their vitamins every day and their minerals. They should start on a little salt supplement. I love the one that I started a few months ago. I was doing Celtic salt on the tongue every morning. Now in my bottle of water, I have a little packet. It's sodium, potassium, and magnesium. It's called LMNT. It's amazing. You use that? Yeah. It's there's a hydration.
But wait a
specialist
minute,
that
as a
work with-
diabetic, don't you have to be careful with your high blood pressure?
I don't have high blood pressure.
You don't?
And according to the studies, if you really research high blood pressure, it's caused by another element in the blood.
Anxiety?
It goes on,
Stress?
Well, high blood pressure, they used to put you on the DASH diet. Now, and I have to recall all this. And the DASH diet included lowering your sugar and your starches. And when you're on that diet, if you just lower your sugar and your starches, your blood pressure will come down. It's not really the salt. I mean, within the blood pressure, that DASH diet, they've done a lot of experiments where if they just take away the starches and the sugars, the blood pressure comes down significantly. Yeah.
That's what happened to me. It came down.
Yeah.
But they were afraid because they want to make sure the blood pressure doesn't get up higher.
Right. So that would be for someone that does suffer with blood pressure. I'd advise you to get a blood pressure cuff and test it if you're going to do the salt, if you're going to supplement.
And then I want to ask on her behalf, they got me a machine that vibrates.
Foot
My
machine?
you stand on it and you hold it and you vibrate for 15 to 18 minutes.
Yep.
What a difference, man.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on with that?
Well, you're waking up your nervous system. You're waking up the blood flow.
That's a good one.
It's like when you get a massage and they're moving that stuff around in your body. Now you have that blood flow that you need that you didn't have. When I go for, because, I'm type 1 diabetic, I'm very conscious about my legs and my toes because it's been 30 years. When I go get my toes done and they massage the legs, you can immediately feel the stimulus in the legs. So that vibration machine is also grounding, but also stimulates the nervous system to do what it's supposed to do naturally. So it kind of wakes it up, gets the blood going. I love that thing. I've looked at it. I run a lot, so I don't need it, but,
It's really cool.
All right, what's your website?
My
Where do you-
website's... Go ahead.
That machine. Where do you find what machine that?
For some reason, the name is...
Freddie, you can send her a link right
now.
I can
They're
send you.
available everywhere.
Yeah,
I can send you the link
on
because
Amazon?
my daughter-in-law is the one that hooked me onto this thing at her house. I'll send you the link. It was unbelievable. And people laughed at me because you could feel the blood flow through this thing. But I'll send you the one that I got. It works really
Let's
nice.
give out Kerri's website because we've got a bunch of other videos and segments you want to get to today also.
Okay.
What's your website?
It's Wildflower Allergy and Herbs.com.
Wildflower.
Okay.
Wildflower.
Wildflower.
Chanel, have a wonderful weekend. We're going to get there for you.
Thanks. Terrific.
You may have to come here. Maybe bring your daughter to help you get here, and then let Kerri do a few sessions.
We can do a FaceTime, and then, or if you want to just, give me a call, and we can discuss this over the phone.
This lady, all kidding aside, changed my life. Honestly.
Wow.
Thanks, Freddie.
Honestly.
All right.
We all heard
It's
about
exciting.
Oh, thank you.
it when you're
Bye,
not
Eddie.
around.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got a couple segments that the crew has put together. I think you've got exploding kittens.
Exploding kittens.
I don't know what that means. Gato staying out of the way.
Gato!
And Brianna put some things together. She and Giovanni went out on the road yesterday, so we're going to play that as well. More to come. We'll be right back.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, Tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Ant Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
Ant Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah
Open your
Spiritual.
heart. Right here on the Oldies Station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
By example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
Artist Law.
Using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Ant Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Dying comfort.
That's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you. Call 800-978-4815. That's 800-978-4815. Call now.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
I'm going to my bag of goodies. You caught me. Sorry, I thought we were playing a video. All right, so let's talk about Gen X while we're here. I am so excited that we have these samples for Gen X. If you're, I can't do it with one hand. I got a lot of eye creams and there's face creams. Gen X Beauty, genxbeauty.com. Check this out. It is made from bovine placenta, aloe vera.
Made from what?
Bovine placenta.
Bovine?
Bovine, which is cow placenta. All right, I've got face cream and an eye cream here. I'm telling you, it's packed in my bag. It's ready to go in my carry-on. I have been using these products, Gen X Beauty, since March. So my third month on the product. The bags under my eyes are better. I think my wrinkles are better. My breakouts are better. I can actually not have to wear pimple patches all the time at night. It's not easy to be in menopause and have pimples and have wrinkles.
I have to admit,
for you ladies and men that are going through the same thing, I totally get it. But
Dawn
this
has no bags.
Gen X, it works. It's incredible. It's all natural. It's made in Florida. It's a U.S. product. It's safe. The ingredients are incredible. I just gave Kerri a sample to try. But the big news is it's 50% off. So go to GenX, GenX, beauty.com. Promo code is Brooklyn, BROOKLYN, 50. 50% off. It gets shipped directly to your home. You'll get it within a day or two. Best to keep in the refrigerator, but not totally necessary. But if you're home and you can, keep it in the fridge. It feels so good on your face in the morning. Eye cream, you can do it day or night. Face cream, you can do it twice a day. The eye cream, the one big difference is the caffeine. So it helps get rid of those bags when you wake up in the morning. So check it out, Brooklyn 50.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to share that with everybody.
She's making some noise.
That's what I'm saying. It's just an incredible product.
It is. And all kidding aside, when Dawn and I used to see her, she had these bags underneath.
Yeah.
And then she started wearing this stuff. And I said, wow, this stuff really works. Yeah, look at
Huge
her.
difference. Huge difference.
I didn't even recognize this. This is what happened.
Yes. And the 50% off is an incredible opportunity. It's like 2 for 1, BOGO, half price, summer sale, Father's Day, you name it. Definitely put on your sunscreen. It does not have sunscreen in it, so put this on first, layer your sunscreen, and then, ladies, if you're going to wear a foundation, put that on afterwards.
Good stuff.
It's a multi-process step.
It is.
All right, so our crew went out. They went over to do some networking. Brianna and her crew are just growing. She's taking Boynton Beach by storm. But yesterday they were over in Boca Raton doing some interviews. So take a look at what they put together. All right, so let's go on in and check it out. Thank you, Diana.
It was the Rumba event.
It was the Rumba Cafe event?
At Columbia House here on 20th Street.
Okay.
It was called the Rumba?
Roomba.
Rumba.
Isn't that the vacuum you have?
I don't know what I have.
You still have that vacuum? Does
I
it
do.
scare the cat away?
No, now he goes in his castle when he's when it's out, and then he comes down when it's done.
All right. Aaron, you ready? You got this? So before we wrap up for our Memorial Day weekend, of all the games, Exploding Kittens. Interesting.
Is this another board game?
Nope, this is a card game.
These never work well.
All right, let's see what we've got.
Well, anyway, Exploding Kittens is a card game for 2 to 6 players. The basic premise of the game is don't explode.
Mm.
So you don't want to draw the exploding
Good thinking.
cards. Before the game starts, you insert one less exploding kitten than the number of players that will be playing, so everybody except for one person will scream. Sorry. So exploding kittens will happen no matter what with this game. There are other cards, skip cards, attack cards, and nope cards that basically allow you to skip your draw step or force other players to draw additional cards because you want them to do this so they draw into the exploding kitten.
All right, so Heather's going to play this with you?
Yep, I got a sample hand.
Gato's always really good. He went to the farm and picked some fruit or
with
vegetables the last time.
And I've already put the exploding kitten into the deck, so it's somewhere in there.
So I can't look.
No, you can't. You can look at those.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh.
These are our hands.
Oh, I'm really confused. All right, you're gonna have to walk me through this still.
All right, so I'll do a demo hand.
Okay.
So, nicest part of this game is instead of the instructions, you can actually go to the download and watch the video of the instructions instead.
That's what I'm thinking. Do men really read game instructions?
No.
I mean, I do, but
Do
there's like
50 No.
different ways to play Uno.
no,
That's
right.
right.
And for that matter, do women even read the instructions?
No, there's no time for that.
No one's reading game instructions, right?
Let's just go.
You basically do what the cards say on them, but for demo turn, I'm going to play a catermelon, which does nothing except is adorable.
He's so cute. You gotta show that to the camera. Oh, you see it?
It's a catermelon.
Cat watermelon.
Cute. I'm really wondering
We have
how he
taco
finds
cats
these.
on the table for sample.
So I just put any card down, like. I
Yes,
don't know
and
what
then
each
we'll do
one
what it
does, though.
says.
Okay. I'm gonna put on a hairy potato cat.
A hairy potato cat. All right. So at the end of my turn, I draw a card and hopefully don't explode. I don't.
Okay, so now I pick up a card.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I exploded.
Oh no!
What happened?
Well, you have your diffusion card.
Oh, okay.
So you can play that, and what it does, you defuse the bomb and it shuffles both cards back into the deck.
Okay, I can't believe I exploded on my second try.
Wow.
I didn't shuffle the deck very well,
That's
but
fine.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna explode.
And how do you find these games?
there's a local game store right around the corner from us on Spanish River called Tower of Games, which is where I get most of my games from.
Interesting.
And you pick exploding cats.
Kittens.
Come on.
I mean,
Did
yes.
you hear this?
Oh, Gato says it's fun.
Wait.
Gato!
Gato, that's your alma mater.
What's not the love?
Did you see what Kermit the Frog, the guy who, what's his name? The guy who does Kermit the Frog. The puppet
Jim
guy.
Henson?
Henson.
Yeah.
He went to the graduation at MD, because that's where he graduated from. And he was the guest speaker, the puppet. The Kermit was the guest speaker.
What's MD?
Maryland.
Oh, okay.
University of Maryland. And the puppet was, Henson doing the puppet was the guest speaker.
Oh, that's amazing.
Inaugural speaker. And what a standing ovation. There must have been 10,000 people at this thing.
That's amazing.
It was unbelievable for this puppet because he was a graduate from that school.
Amazing.
And then he got up and waved and it went
Think
berserk.
about that. Kermit didn't exist before Jim Henson. And Jim Henson had an idea. And from that, we've got all of the Muppets. It's just crazy and remarkable, the power of what one person can create to bring joy to another, to an entire world.
And I heard that Netflix has become the first service to offer all of Sesame Street.
Yes.
From the beginning of it to today.
Yep.
All of it. First line, yes.
And it's still going to be on
Netflix.
PBS.
Yes.
They said they did not want to make it so people that could not afford it would not have access for their
But
children.
that's amazing.
That's
amazing.
beautiful.
I
Isn't
mean,
that
it's got to
nice?
be, what, 35, 40 years of that stuff?
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Since my dad was
Yeah. 50 years.
50. Yep.
Wow.
Incredible.
I just aged right here sitting in this chair.
Are you doing another
Wow.
hand or?
Yep. All right.
You're doing another hand?
Andrew says it's fun. Gato says it's a fun game.
We got a beard cat now.
What is it?
It's a beard cat.
Oh my gosh.
Do I explode? I do not.
Oh, so you put one down and then pick one up.
Yes.
Got it. I don't think I
And
picked
some of the
one.
cards force the other player to draw extra cards.
Okay.
And if you play two of a cat that doesn't have powers of the same kind, you get to steal a card from another player.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this one down. It says one player must give you a card of their choice.
Okay. I'm going to give you that one then.
Okay, now what?
And then you draw a card.
Okay, cool.
And risk exploding.
Oh, no, I'm good. I didn't explode.
All right. I will deploy the 1,000-year back hair.
What the heck?
And I end my turn without drawing a card, and I force the next player to take 2 turns in a row.
Okay.
You got to draw 2 cards.
Well,
No, I put one down.
put one down, draw a card, put one down, draw a card again.
So I'm gonna put a taco down.
So we now have more than one taco cat out, which means you get to steal a card from me.
Do you like make the rules as you go along?
No, I memorized most of the rules actually.
Did
But I
you?
still have.
Another turn.
What if I put another taco cat down? Just hypothetical.
Then you would steal my last card from me.
What does that mean? I win?
No.
Oh, okay.
Means you
Because
lose. You
only
want to get rid of your cards.
There's only one way to lose the game, and that's to draw into the exploding kittens.
Okay.
So if he has no cards, it doesn't mean anything because you're gonna have to draw.
I
a
have to
card.
just draw a card and risk exploding.
Okay, yeah. Put the taco down.
Oh no!
Yeah, do the taco.
Put the taco down.
Taco.
Taco.
Okay,
steal
now
my
he
last
has to
card.
draw a card and see if he explodes. But don't you draw a card?
That's right. You have to draw your second card.
Wait a minute. Don't you draw a card automatically?
No.
Oh, okay.
You draw at the end
I
of
didn't
each
know that
turn.
part.
I don't know. I'm confused now. Okay.
All right. I have no choice but to draw a card and risk exploding. I do not. It's your turn.
That card's
Okay.
a jip.
I'm gonna do a skip, so I have to draw a card.
All right. That's my turn. Oh no! I exploded.
All right. All right, on that note, I think we've got one more segment to play in honor of Memorial Day.
Oh, the music? You got the song?
Nope, they don't have the song. They have the piece that Chloe put together.
The piece of Chloe. Okay, never mind. Let's do the piece of Chloe did together.
Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up, everyone. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a safe Memorial Day. Be safe. Do not drink and drive. Freddie may see you on Tuesday, but if not, everyone else will see you on Tuesday. I don't have to tell you. Anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. To our crew, thank you again for an incredibly wonderful, busy week. They work harder and harder and do more and more great things to bring ideas and segments and networking events to you. Kerri, thank you, as always. Incredible information. Chanel, we got you. You're going to feel better soon. And Lori, if you need home health care services, they offer everything at Sunshine Home Care Services. So check that out also. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you next week.
All of us here at the Brooklyn Cafe would like to pay our respects to soldiers that have fallen while serving in the United States Armed Forces. To the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard, as their courage in protecting people in the line of duty and for them protecting the freedoms that we usually take for granted. We thank you all for your service and loyalty for this nation. We ask of you today to not only honor the fallen, but to treasure the people of today in uniform that we are here for you and will always be thankful for your service. May you all be well in service and in life.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.